Hi, my friends. How are you? I'm going back into the questions and answers today. I tried to do it before, but I get stuck on one question, and the next thing you know is all of a sudden my time is up. I don't want to, go for so long that I bore you, but that's what happened. I'm going to ask you, as always, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, or I know you have, but have your friends do it, please. As I tell you, I'm 10 years too late. So please have them do it. Rick Sykes 305. That's Rick Sykes, Sykes 305. I really would appreciate it if you could do that, because something, I'm having fun with this. And I'll tell you, I'm getting a lot of new subscribers finally. I mean, it's like, this is all word of mouth. I'm not doing anything underhanded. I'm not trying to buy people to watch me. This is all the real deal. And if the if the camera is tilting back and forth, we're on top of the yacht today, just to give you another perspective of how I live, which I live very nicely, and I assure you, and everybody that knows me knows that. So so we're on top of the yacht today, and it's a gorgeous day. A little brisk, a little chilly out. When I woke up this morning, it was 50 degrees. Right now, I'd say it's probably about 65 or something like that. It's late in the day, and it was a beautiful day. It really was. I'm hoping to take the Harley out tonight, but it's going to be a little chilly. But thank God I've got a leather jacket, and if I find somebody to come with me, I have a leather jacket for them too. But who knows? You never know what's going to happen. But anyway, getting back to the questions and answers. I've been doing this for a couple weeks now, and I've actually had a lot of people, commenting on what I'm doing, and as you can see, and then people are sending me questions, and it's fun to answer these things. So I answered one before, and I'm going to do one right now, and this was my trip to Mexico. My trip to Mexico was very, very interesting, very exciting, and a couple of people said, "Wow, Rick, you're lucky you made it home alive." And truthfully, something? You're right. I am very lucky I made it home alive. A lot of people that were in the position I was in, they did not make it home alive, and I know that. I'll tell you something. For some crazy reason, I've got God on my side, and I'm loving it. I'm one of these guys that helps everybody. I never hurt anybody, not on purpose. Some people say that I do, but if I lose my temper, I'm sorry. And I'm so sorry that I do lose my temper if I do lose it. I'm trying to correct that situation now. So anybody in my future, I'm trying to correct that so there's no temperament whatsoever, only good temper, okay? You learn by your mistakes, and listen, none of us are perfect. So that's just one thing I'm going to tell you about me. I've never said I'm perfect, but I do learn from my mistakes. And what's been brought about to me is I gotta cool it with the temper. Okay, I guess I think I have to just grow up a little, because I've been told that I ain't a grown up. But I assure you, there's room for change in me, and I am definitely changing as we speak. And I do have, which I told you before, I do have a surprise, but I can't tell you about that surprise for a couple of weeks or maybe even longer. But man, I'll tell you, my life is going to change drastically in a great way when you hear my surprise or my change. But anyway, let's get back to this question, okay? The question is from Valerie, and it was about my trip in Mexico, which I was telling you, which of course everybody says that I'm lucky to be alive. And the question is, were tortoise eggs legal to eat? Well, today we know the answer is no. You certainly can't. I mean, if you get caught eating a tortoise egg, well, as far as I'm concerned, they're going to chop you up and put you in little pieces and send you out so the tortoises can eat you. Because, there's a moratorium on this. They're an endangered species. And plus, tortoises don't hurt anyone. I mean, think about it. I know if you go into Asia and stuff like that, yes, it is a delicacy. I understand that. But here in America, we don't do that. And I know that. But I'm going back a long time ago, a real long time ago, and I hate to tell you how many years it is, but it's probably like, let me see, about 45 years or something like that in that area. And 45 years ago, nobody thought about tortoise eggs and the lack of tortoises. And this is in Mexico. And in Mexico, you get away with a lot of things, you can do a lot of things. But the reason I was eating tortoise eggs at the time was because I had no money, I had nothing, and I was starved to death. So I was eating anything I could. And one of the things was tortoise eggs. I went in trying to catch fish by hand. I could never do it. I don't know how those people on the Mexican shore were doing it, but they caught them. I just couldn't do it. But, you know, I was catching shrimp. And believe it or not, I mean, have you ever had a uncooked shrimp? When you have nothing, the old saying, you got nothing to lose. And that's where I was at. I had nothing at the time. I mean, I had a pair of jeans that were ripped, a t-shirt that was ripped, and nothing else. So, I mean, this part of my life is a very interesting part of life. I've got so many different parts of my life that are very interesting. This is just one of them. But that's one of the questions. Another question was, this is funny. I can't even read this name. Hillary or something like that. I can't even read. Red Eye Hillary or something like that. And this is when I was going through taking you on tour on my Harley around South Beach, one-handed motorcycling, and he said, how many stop signs did you go through? Well, I looked back on the video, and I went through 3. Yeah, I went through 3. Luckily, nobody saw it, and you know, but that's the answer, 3. Okay. Another question is, hey you 13678, I'm from Vegas. Have you been there? Oh my God, I've been to Vegas so many times, it's ridiculous. I used to love it there. I used to go there quite a bit, and I have fun there, and the people were nice, and it's, of course, listen, it's a fun destination to go to. We all know that. If you're gambling, which I was gambling at the time, and I used to have a lot of fun gambling, but it was a destination, and I did have friends there, so it was always good for me to go there. I had a lot of fun there. I could honestly say I don't think I even got in any trouble in Las Vegas. One of the many places I didn't get in trouble. That's good for me. But I did have a lot of friends there, and I used to have a lot of fun. I met a couple of nice people there that I ended up, being friends with for years and years and years. I still have a very close friend there, Jan, who I will always shout out. Hello, Jan. He's like a brother to me. He and I became best friends when we were living in Brazil. Super guy. But yes, I've been to Vegas many times. Do I go there now? You know something? I got to tell you something. I don't like to leave Miami Beach any longer. I mean, I will. Don't get me wrong. I've got a trip that's somebody's trying to talk me into going right now. And well, I don't mean this second, but they're trying to get me to go South America. Somebody else is trying to get me to go Central America. But I'm telling you something. Because of the show coming up, which is Marrying Millions on Lifetime TV, which starts the 27th, and I hope you're all going to watch it, and I hope you're all going to come to the party that I'm going to have. It's going to have a nice big party for that first episode, and I hope you're all there for that. That should be a lot of fun. But while this is going on, I don't like to leave because I'm having fun with this, and I think you are too. So I have more questions and answers. I start getting stuck on 1 or 2, and I mean to go through like 5 or 10, but do me a favor though. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. And please, 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 my YouTube channel, tell your friends, Rick Sykes 305. Have a great time, everybody. And I hope you like our new location that we're up here. It's very romantic up here, isn't it? It's very nice. I know. I love it too. All right. Great time, everybody, and great being with you.